Mind if I join your little party?
Hi, everybody. Did I get y'all attention? I hope I did. Just look at the title. Look at it. Look at it. We're going to be talking about this. People are going to hate what I got to say about it. But you know what, though? This isn't the first time I reviewed something that the whole world was against that I ended up loving. This, but I've also reviewed something that I hated that people loved. But this is just me just addressing, this is just my opinion, right? But you have to look at it like this too. Go back down, thank you, because I'm going back to my logical side. Projects exist for a reason. But I feel like if you're going to make a project and you don't understand it, it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means that you're not the target audience. And a lot of people fail to realize this. And Assassin's Pride is one of them. Assassin's Pride is a drama, fantasy, action, animated series that is literally based on the mangas that I'm going to be buying pretty soon. That is been written by Kei Yamagi. Melita, the young heir of the Angel family, seems to have no magical talent in a world where mana governs prestige. Soon Melida's family hires Kufa to tutor her in hopes of her improving and that she soon possesses dominant abilities. Now look y'all, I've been a critic for several years. And normally when I review things, I have to take a retrospect and look at other critics that reviewed a project before I reviewed it, just to see if we're on the same page, or just see if they didn't mention anything that I want to mention, so I can keep my point across and keep it raw and fresh for you viewers. Especially when it comes to how I love a project or how I don't like a project, just showing it tough love. But when I was looking at footages, the reviewers and critics talking about Angel's Pride, it was not pretty. It was not pretty. Now listen, first of all, I don't expect people to like this anime. I don't expect people to agree with me. But I feel like if you're not going to like something, you need to give accurate reasons why you don't think things may be into your liking or why things are a waste of time. And I feel like the reason are not warranted for the ratings that these asshole 4chan fucking faggots has given this project. I'm about a 5.7 out of 10 from IMDb, a 4.5 out of 10 from Bubble Blabble. What the hell kind of name? Look, moving on. And a 2 out of 10. A 2 out of 10 from Comic Watch. Is it really that bad? Is it really? Listen, is it really that like traumatizing to you people? And here's the thing, I even went on Reddit and there was a person that was talking about watching this anime. He posted it on a like on a group or whatever, asking is this anime to watch. This post was 2 years old, a little longer than that if I'm not mistaken, and I wish I could have saved this guy because his post was filled with so many comments of people saying the exact same thing that these other ratings of these critics have said. This anime is a waste of time. This anime is boring. This anime was a regrettable watch. This is where I begin to get pissed because it's like, you're saying these things, but why? Why is it boring? Why is it a waste of time? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, by me watching this anime, it wasn't boring at all. The story picked up after episode 2 for things to fully make sense. Is it boring because of the character development? In my opinion, not at all. Every character on this project, Kufa and Melita Angel, they did very good when it came to the pacing of these characters. I related and I understood these characters' drive, especially when it came to Melita Angel is what I'm essentially saying. When it came to the payoff and just how everything was executed from start to finish, I loved it. This anime was very good when it came to the critique attribute of the story itself. And when it came to the execution of just how the whole Angel's hair of the Academy really unfolded and just how people really felt towards each other. Even the side characters made me feel as if, damn, like, I was beginning to go attach to them in a certain way. So in what terminology is this anime boring? Now, again, this is just my opinion. People didn't really get deep into why this anime deserved these low-ass ratings. We can talk about the action. Did y'all not like it because of the action? The action is secondary. The action, they mostly showed the action when there was somebody that needed to be saved, or when Melita had to prove herself, or when Kufa had to be in a defense mechanism of just trying to prove a point or just trying to help somebody out while they was in danger. This is not an action anime. And I can understand why people was a little bit in a disservice when they found out the name of this anime, Assassin's Pride. So it can be a little bit of a false advertising narrative, but this goes into you fuckers trying to look into the research of this anime of knowing what this anime is about. You're not the target audience. I'm just gonna go out and say it. You people that watch this anime, y'all are not the target audience. Y'all probably just got done watching Dragon Ball Z or Fist of the North Star or, you know, or Jujutsu Kaisen or all these new modern animes, whatever. Dragon Ball Z is not new, but what I'm saying is you motherfuckers are action beef the fuck out. This anime is not for you. It's not. But I can understand. You jump into a hole and you expecting it to have a lot of toys, but it was dildos instead. Like, y'all was like, wow, no, this stuff is not good for me. But look, man, you came into the wrong place. This is not for you. This anime is not for the action lovers. It's not for people that wants a good climactic payoff. This anime, again, is not for people that just want a fast-pacing, fast story, lacking character development and get right down to the point. No, this is a critique anime for you to understand the story and understand the narrative and understand how things are going to unfold with these characters. It takes people like me to make a risk to make a video like this to show you motherfuckers that animes like this is being downhill for the wrong reasons. And for the person who was on Reddit asking if you can watch this, hopefully my reasons of why this anime was getting a lot of low praise can convince you to check this out if you're willing to be on the board of watching a good drama anime that has a great story. Because I loved it. I loved Assassin's Pride. I'm just going to go out and say it. This is one of the best animes I've seen in a long time when it comes to me chilling and just want to look at a good story and a good narrative of, you know, of a good drive of a character that has been like literally on the verge of breaking and working their way up. And I feel like for people who don't agree with this, it makes this anime even better in that point, because not a lot of people are going to understand hidden gems. Only people that has a good smart eye of seeing masterpieces when they know it. Take it however y'all like. If y'all think I'm calling y'all stupid, that's fine, but this is just my opinion. The anime picks up at a fair pace, and it's like a little bit of a topsy-turvy maneuver. And what I mean by that is that this anime shows the beginning scene of Kufa already being apprehended, and he's fighting his way to just trying to get answers. But by that happening, he's already giving a mission to just find Melita Angel and just to be her tutor. And we know more about his character, but all I'm going to say is this: he is mysterious as fuck. And we know more about him in each episode as his project continues. But I will say this, though. Kufa is very mysterious in a way where you want to know more about him, and then at the same time, by us knowing how he is in the beginning half and always from the from the starting point, you know why he's doing the things he's doing, especially when it comes to him protecting Melita Angel and just trying to make sure that she stays on top of her game and keeping her mental state stable. And you need a character like Kufa, especially when it comes to him trying to maneuver a main character that is younger than him, and at the same time that is full of doubts and full of just misery, and is literally on the verge of just breaking because she feels as if she is not strong as the other girls in this Angel Academy, and that is Melita Angel. The anime starts off when we see her character, and she is literally like shell shocked of just how weak she is. Her friends are stronger than her, and to the point where they begin to diss her, talk shit about her, and even bully her at times and take shit from her. And these used to be her own friends, but at the same time, these are characters that are in the high school age. And they begin to see how the world unfolds as they get older. So they begin to bully each other and even diss each other when it comes to how weak they are, how much they're trying to get attention. So when I was beginning to understand Melita's frustration and her drive was beginning to be derailed of just into a whole lane of depression, Kufa was putting her in check, letting her know how strong you can be. And there was even a line where he said that the weakest ones are literally the ones who have the most potential. You just gotta work way harder than the other ones so you can obtain it. And when he said that shit, it really gave Melita a lot of good encouragement, but she had to work a hell of a lot harder to get there. And that's what I like about animes like this. I feel like when it comes to a character that is relatable, when it comes to doubt and seeing the road ahead of them, how they gonna reach that road when they don't got the maneuvers to get there? And you need a mentor, you need a tutor, you need a spokesperson, and above all, you need somebody that has been through the road just like you have, just so you can avoid the potholes. And sometimes you gotta fall in those potholes so you can be stronger. Melita Angel went through all this shit, bro. And then when she ended up getting stronger, that's when shit ended up being more tense for her. And what ended up breaking my heart the most was the fact that while she was getting stronger, people was beginning to diss her even more, talk shit about her even more. But that just shows us, the viewers, of how much potential she has from the starting grounds by Kufa embracing that in her, showing her that her flaws can be maintained if you have the right mindset to overcome them. And it really, really touched me a lot, especially when Melita showed a scene where she was obtaining a lot of victory. She was obtaining a lot of praise towards Kufa, and people that was beginning to respect her. But the main respect she really wanted is her father. Her father is an asshole, bro. Like, her father, not to spoil it, but her father demands a lot of respect. Her father is a very powerful man, but by him knowing that his daughter is weak, he gives her a lot of shit, man. You need stuff like this in this anime to occur, because I feel like if you're going to show a character that is struggling, how bad are they struggling? If you're going to show a character that is going through a lot of bullying, how are they being bullied? If you're going to show a character that used to have friends and they betrayed them, how did that end up happening and why? They show all this shit with these side characters that Melita begins to not just confront but have altercations with, because she ends up overcoming her weaknesses. She was too weak back then to confront her friends. She was too weak to try to talk to them, and above all, she was too afraid to try to make a difference. But now, since she became older, she's began to confront them, fight them, talk to them face to face, and above all, prove a stronger and bolder point to these people, to the point where they had no choice but to respect her, even if they did not like her. And it all paid off to the point where it's like, you know what, damn, this is the person that people used to look down on. And even Kufa said this shit, and it made me love this anime a lot, because we begin to see the drive of these characters begin to pay off, especially when it came to Kufa's character as well. As the anime continues, like I mentioned, we know more about Kufa a little bit. The anime is like this: we know 30% of the story each episode, 30% of the story, 40% of Melita, and 10% of Kufa. When we know enough, everything unfolds. And what I liked about this anime too is that they showed enough for Melita for her to maneuver to the point where they had no choice but to give us the whole thing of Kufa. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Kufa's reason of why he's doing what he's doing is gonna shock you. He's a good character, he has a good heart. But this motherfucker is like Miss Machina from Chainsaw Man. You really can't trust him that much, man, because he has his own reasons of why he's doing what he's doing. And at the third or the final half of the project, when we begin to know the reason of why he's doing what he's doing, this is when I was beginning to be like, what the fuck is gonna happen next? Is Melita gonna find out? Is the agents gonna find out? Is the students gonna find out? And they done it in a way where it just really kept me in hinges. I was like, Jesus Christ, like, the suspense is fucking real. And they know what they're doing, because when things was beginning to unfold, when we get to know more about these characters' motivations and just what they're trying to do behind the scenes, we get introduced with a downtime episode. A lot of animes do this, especially when it comes to animes that has a lot of episodes. where they show like these characters begin to have a vacation or they begin to have a day off. These girls are in the academy after all, so they are going to have certain episodes where they're gonna like have downtime, talk about certain characters, sneak diss them, or even try to sneak out at night. And this was all in one episode when they decided to sneak out at night, and one of the counselors finds this out and they try to play a prank on them. This was one of the best, funniest episodes I've seen in a long while. And I'm saying that in a good heart, because it's like they didn't try to do much. They didn't try to prove a point. This is literally what happens when adults find out that you're up to no good and they want to play your game too, by seeing how it is when you try to outsmart somebody that's older than you. Even Kufa played a good part in this whole anime episode as well, and I thought the episode was beautiful. I thought it was funny, and above all, it made me be more attached to these characters to the point where I didn't want nothing bad to happen to them, because I ended up getting like an emotional turn onto each of these characters. Wrapping this project up, it made me don't want to like binge watch it. I was watching like 3 episodes a week. So pardon me if I was late on this, but when I found out how good this anime was, I was like, oh, this is one of these animes I literally gotta pay attention to. I had to like take my time with this and just try to understand the premise of this anime. And it really broke my heart, because after I was done watching it and I really loved the whole material, this whole project, again, I wanted to see if anybody like was on my side on this. Like, did they like it just as much as I did? But I didn't find a soul that liked this project. And again, I was thinking to myself, maybe I overlooked something. Maybe this anime, maybe I gave it too much love, but they didn't give it good reason. They just said the anime was boring. They just said the anime didn't have a good action. And it's like, y'all are not the target audience. This is not an anime for you action anime heads. And if you like action, this is a good anime for you guys to switch up. Overall, I may be the only one that's gonna say this in the face of the earth and even in all the universes. This is an anime that you guys should not miss out on if y'all like drama, chemistry, pacing, and above all, just a good story when it comes to the execution of the characters. And did I mention the intro and introduction of this anime? Very beautiful, especially the introduction, man. The introduction was cheerful. It had me like, just jump up and just sing along or whatever. I did skip not one track. I did not skip not one. I did not skip like one episode of the introduction. That's what I'm essentially saying. It was catchy. It was upbeat. It made me like, get energized. And the introduction, it was like more of a steady tone. A lot of animes do this where they give you the high pitch alternative cheer of the anime when the anime starts, but when it ends, it gives you the low tone of the energy begins to smoothen. And with Angel's Pride, I love the introduction a lot, and I ended up downloading them both. But yeah, guys, again, if y'all like what I've mentioned, if y'all like what what my points was in this project, please watch it, check it out. And if you guys don't like it, if y'all do watch it, let me know, like, put like an accurate reason why y'all guys don't like this anime, okay? Then we can have like an agreement there. Please, because these people, this anime was not for them. I'm gonna have to give Angel's Pride an A+. This has to be an anime that I can't compare it to. I can't compare Angel's Pride to a lot of animes now. And again, this anime will play a big place in my heart. I wasted too much time with this review. Let me see what time we got. Oh shit. I normally be long with my anime reviews. I'm trying to stop that shit, but this is something that I had to address because a lot of people just did not like this anime at all. But other than that, that's all I gotta say for today, alright? Please stay tuned for my upcoming reviews and videos to enjoy. This is Hugo, your critic teacher. And I hope you all have a good day.